Hi everyone and welcome to the show The Green Diaries with Rattan Group by Richa Mehta. This is host of the show Richa Mehta. During this time when everything is going wrong, when I say wrong, this pandemic has hit really bad and it has hit hard, much worse than the early times. Last year it was still better, but this time every house, somebody or the other is down with corona. And while we talk about difficult times, it's everybody feels that wish we could stay near or closer to the nature. These green diaries are for that. Yesterday we had the chairman of Ramratan Group, Mr. Vijay Chaudhary, who gave the introduction and also why it's important to live closer to the nature. He also told us about that it's safe to invest in farmhouses. It's safe to invest in land. Taking that further, I would request my production team to please play the message by Ramratan Group. Today, we have a very special guest, somebody who has been closely associated with Ramratan Group and is also their client. I would like to take this, it's an honor to welcome Neera Sharma.
Hi, thank you, Richa, for having me on this show. And it is a privilege to be talking on the Green Diaries today.
Thank you so much,
So,
Neera, and it's indeed an honor to have you on our show. And also, since we are starting with something which is as positive as हम जैसे बोलते हैं ना ग्रीनरी के पास रहना हर आसपास हरियाली रहना बहुत पॉजिटिव वाइब्स देती है बहुत अच्छी चीजें देती हैं एंड लॉट ऑफ पीपल टेक इट एज अ healthy option too. So we would like to take this as an honor, like I said, to welcome you on the Green Diaries with Ram Ratan Group by Richa Mehta.
thank you so much, Richa. Player is all mine. So,
Yeah, we would like to know. Please tell us about yourself. What do you do, and where are you from?
yeah, Richa, I hail from Ludhiana, Punjab, and I settled in Gurgaon a few years back, and I have been working in Delhi for many years now. And currently, I am working as a CEO of Sistema Smart Technologies, and I am a mother of two beautiful children. I have been working as in-house counsel for good 22 years now, and been in a business role for last 3 years, and I have seen all the up and downs, how the cities are getting polluted. When I came to Delhi, what was that time the Delhi was and what is today, and how the city has been polluted over the years. Like, it's very sad to see the affairs, and with this COVID-19, I think everybody's life has changed.
Totally. And when you say life has changed, it's so true because whosoever our viewers, this show is going live from 8 different platforms and on Facebook and YouTube specifically, and then my team posted on Instagram and other social media handles. So Neera, how has been your journey with Ramratan Group? From how long you have been associated with the group?
I think I have been a part of Ramratan Group as a farm owner now for last 6 to 7 years, and I am a happy customer, must say. The USP of Ramratan Group is their transparency and way they collaborate with the end customer. I myself have been a part of real estate industry for few years as a law professional. How diligently this group does the paperwork and keep their customers updated on each and every aspect is rare to see. Like, I know each and everything, even a very smallest thing, what is happening on my farm, how it is going, whether the gardener is coming or not, whether they have given the even given the water to the plants, machinery is not working or electricity has gone, everything end to end service. And I had a great experience till now, and I'm sure I will continue to have the same. And and it is like, for every customer, Vijayji keep himself involved. He has, like, you can call him any time, and he is one point of contact for many of us. And I keep speaking to other farm owners also. Everybody has the same experience. It is very rare to find such people in the real estate industry, I must say that.
So true. I also have been associated with the group almost for 1.5 years. I, by the way, represent the group as the brand ambassador. And knowing little, or I would say knowing nothing about real estate, I have seen the kind of aura, I have seen the kind of respect this group has. I have seen the kind of things which, and journey Neera, you also know that when you talk about real estate, लोगों को जल्दी विश्वास नहीं होता. बिकॉज
Yeah.
जहाँ पे एक कहते हैं कि कम्युनिटी की बात होती है, कम्युनिटी में हर तरीके, बट दिस कम्युनिटी इज नोन फॉर डिले इन डिलीवरीज or not delivering or paperwork not being strong and so on. There are n number of things which are being associated, but
Yeah.
when you talk about Ramathan group, ये सब चीजों की myth, ये सब चीजों को तोड़ते हुए they have been able to fulfill the promises which they do. There's another short clipping which states that Ramathan Group has completed 37 years. I would request the production team to please play the clippings. So, Neera, during this pandemic situation, while we were talking about COVID-19, how important is it to own something which is closer to nature, a farmhouse?
See, this COVID-19 has totally changed the whole mankind, and the people's perspective has also been changed. I have seen this over the last 1 year. We all have become more humble, grounded, and come to the terms with nature, I think. Like, if you misuse the nature, then nature also calls you back. And now we all know that we need to change our lifestyles to have a better life. And as a parent as well, I want to give my kids a very healthy lifestyle. Today everything is just a click away, I feel, and taking a farm is one of the best decisions I have taken few years back. I can say that proudly today. And in fact, it's not only this situation where we are living in, there are a lot of other issues as well, and one of them is increasing pollution. I'm happy that today I have a place amid nature where I can breathe freely. Yes, today every only matter is how we can breathe. And you know what is going on around with the hospitals and all, like, people are suffering with the lack of oxygen, and like, it is very sad affair. And I feel that everybody needs to change their lifestyle and give some time to nature, live there whenever you have a chance.
So
And
is
many
it
of my friends are saying, sorry, many of my friends are saying that yes, you are right, like we have missed that. We have been taking the apartments, multiple apartments in the multi-story buildings and all. We should have invested somewhere in the hills or somewhere within the nature where we could have gone right now.
so true? And so is it safe? What do you think? Investing in a farmhouse is safe because you
It
associate
is.
you owning a farmhouse from almost so many years now. So do you think it's safe?
Yeah, it is safe. There is nothing like that, that it is not safe. Like it depends, like for what you are investing in the farmhouse. Like few people invest in for the just for the investment purposes, but today I have seen people who have invested for the investment purposes are also building their second house there. And now, because we all are now global citizens, you can work from anywhere, and might as well better to work within the nature, in the nature, sitting there, relax, and you know that you are breathing a good air. And it is like, I don't have any doubt in that. There is nothing unsafe, say, per se. Like even if in the Ramratan group, if you see whatever the farmhouses they have, and many farmhouses are there, it's a gated community and all safety measures has been taken care of there. And you have a water, you have a electricity connection, and you have the internet is available anywhere. There is nothing like unsafe. Like it's not like that.
There was time, I mean, when I say time, when I talk about youth, हम सोचते थे कि जब हम बड़े होंगे हम एक लग्जरी हाउस लेंगे, यू नो, समथिंग very big, very huge. But as and when we grow and we see that, you know, it's not only about the house, it's also about the greenery. It's also about when you breathe, you should breathe fresh, you should
Yeah.
breathe healthy. You, when you get up, you should, I mean, something which we miss while living in our houses, while having, you know, even having big houses, but still there's something which is missing, is because we all are home. Lot of cities are locked down. So
Yeah.
what we miss is greenery, what we miss is fresh air. Knowing कि अब तो लोग बोलते हैं एयर में भी कोरोना है, but you know, having your own house which is just attached to farm is something which I feel is need of an hour. It's changing. People are now coming forward, youth is coming forward to invest in farmhouses. Neera, you're also a lawyer,
Yeah.
and being a lawyer, I'm sure you must be knowing about the legalities, about the nitty-gritties of the paperwork. I would
Yeah.
request you to tell our viewers as to what all paperwork they should be taking care of while they are purchasing.
See, I feel whenever you are purchasing a farmland, first and the foremost thing that every buyer should ask himself or herself, what's the purpose of this purchase? Like whether, like for what purpose they are buying it, whether they want to construct a house there or they want to, that is not a legal thing, but that is one perspective which I want to give to all the viewers who wanted to buy a farmhouse. And if you go to any farm, any land, you stand there and feel it. If you feel good about that, go for that, no looking back. And from the legal standpoint, first and the foremost thing is which you should be aware of, whether this land is zoned properly. If the farmhouse is zoned for growing crops only, then you would not be able to raise buildings there. And of course, the title documents ensure that the seller has absolute title and also has absolute right to sell the property. It is not about that the title is clear. Does he also has the right to sell that property? The original deed, the previous deed should be examined by any particular lawyer to verify that seller has not allowed access to others through the land. If there is more than one person owning the land, it is important to have the release certificate from other participants involved before registering the documents. This is actually many times the other partners in the or other person who is owning the land does not give the release certificate, and that lead to the litigation in most of the farmhouses I have seen. And then agreement to sell, check the stamp duty, and registration you have to do within certain period of time depending upon where the farm is located, and tax receipts. And then you should have the encumbrance certificate from the sub registrar office maybe for the last 10 years, 15 years, or maybe 30 years if you can get that. And measurement of the land, all the land, its boundaries, everything should be clearly mentioned in your legal document, so that there should not be any loophole left. And you should be very particular about that, because many people put their lifelong earnings also to buy a farmhouse to live a good life after retirement. They think that. So that are the basics which you every buyer should know.
Thank you so much, Neera, for clearing that out. And I'm sure people must be having doubts because it's not something, when you talk about real estate, like I said before, people are skeptical, people are scared just because of the points which you have just mentioned. Because कभी कभार it's not even safe, gated नहीं है जैसे आपने बोला, there are n number of issues which are being attached. So what they do it, instead of that they go for apartments, or they, which are a safer option. But getting your papers right, that's something which will protect you, that's something which will help you in having your own farmland or farmhouse. So Neera,
So
being a,
that's why yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
please, you were saying something.
So that's why I'm saying that that's why many people who are attached to Ram Ratan Group are still there, and they are making the second home farmhouses through them, and as well as the investments through them, because that is the one point which they take care of very nicely and very. I can say they are like masters in that. They are very meticulously keep the paperwork ready, and keep the documents end to end service they provide. That is amazing.
Indeed. So Neera, um since you're a farm owner, do you think having a farm is an investment, or now knowing that the situation is such outside in the world, it's a necessity?
So that depends. See, but although in today's era, as you said, it has become a necessity. If you can afford big or small one, must venture out. My view is, if you are buying the farmhouse for the first time, make it a second home. Don't keep it for investment purposes, so that your grandparents can go and stay there, and at the same time you will be remembered nice, like very fondly by your grandchildren also, that yes, they have done a very good investment, and we have a second home in the nature, and we are knowing that how the buildings are getting constructed all over. So we are have a very limited land, and you grab this the opportunity and have a second home, middle of nature. And I am always been like, when I during my childhood days also, I always thought, I never thought of big house in a big city. I always thought that I will have a very big farmhouse, and I will have the horses, I will do some organic, like now it is organic farming, that time it was no nothing like the organic farming per se. But I always thought that I will do the farming, I will have some dogs, and I will have some. But horses, I always wanted to have horses in a big loft, a big farmhouses. So that has always been my idea as a child also. So I'm happy that I met the right people at the right time, and I have a farmhouse. So I'm a happy owner of farmhouse provided by the Ramlatan Group.
Indeed, I have few friends who have purchased farmhouse from Ramathan Group, and seems to be, they seem to be very happy knowing that anything for anything they contact the team and the things have been delivered. Specifically, talking about the chairman of the Ramathan Group, Mr. Vijay Chaudhary. Neera, just a last question before we end this quickie chat show of the Green Diaries with Ramathan Group. I would like to know, Neera, that what do you think when you talk about, like you said that farmhouses are second home. मेरे हिसाब से, if given a chance right now, I would like to make it my like yesterday he was saying, he invented a new word, luxury
Mhm.
necessity. People talk about farmhouses as luxury, but
Yeah.
just because Ramadan Group has made it possible by, like you said, the area people used to feel they सिर्फ HNIs own कर सकता है, लेकिन अब हर कोई कोशिश कर सकता है and they can be part of it. So they were talking about their diverse areas where they have their farmhouses. Neera, we would like to know, where have you taken the property from, or the farmhouse from Ramratan Group?
In fact, I have taken the two properties. One is in the Rajasthan, that is their Greenwood Acres, and there I have constructed also, and it is about to finish. And I think whenever there will be the pollution vacations or any kind of vacations, schools are closed, so that is the idea that I will go and just pack my bags and rush there and stay there for a few days whenever there, and all the summer vacations I'm going to spend there only. And second one is in the Banwari, where I am doing organic farming a little. I talk about that I always wanted to do some farming somewhere, like during my childhood dream. So that is fulfilled, like I am doing a organic farming there, and getting the good food to eat also.
Absolutely. I tell Vijay ji that I'll purchase a farm from him where I'll have my glass house, I'll have my pool table, I'll have a swimming pool, and of course a great way of doing organic farming. And I the fruits and vegetables which we talk about, we purchase it from outside. And since organic is the new thing from last couple of years, I said that I will aim for that. मैं कहा एक दो एकड़ की क्या बात कर रहे हो, 10 एकड़ खरीदेंगे उसमें करेंगे. So this is something I do it on a personal level. But I would like to ask you the last question. Any last message which you would like to tell or give our viewers?
So I just want to say that it is not necessary that farmhouse, if you want a farmland, it has to be 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre. It could be a small a plot also. It could be 500 gauge. It could be like you can have just one bigga, whatever it is possible. You can just have one bedroom house also there. So it is just to provide your future generations a better living. So we spend an enormous amount on useless things. So let us concentrate just on a better living and squeeze ourselves a little, and everybody can afford that. I must say that it is not farmland is not about having the acres of land. It is just a small piece of land if you own that. And in today's world, like when everybody is having a flat, nobody has a land. Owning a land is a different feeling. So even a small plot can help you to be stay in this in the nature. And at the same time, I think Ram Ratan Group is coming up with the affordable farms also. And I would suggest, in fact, Ram Ratan Group also, that why don't they make one bedroom villas or small, which other people can also afford and come and stay there, or maybe they can come and have on rent for like a month or so, and can be affordable uh, housing for all who wants to stay away from the pollution, away from the cities, and they can enjoy themselves with their kids.
I have given there are a lot of people who approached me because I've been associated with the group, and they say ki, why don't you tell Ramathan group to expand and do this or expand and do that. मैंने कहा वो मिट्टी जमीन के लोग हैं, they won't do any expand outside that.
Yeah, yeah.
Are much in line with land, and they won't be doing anything else because they understand the value of land. And like he says, like the entire group talks about, I have met all the partners of the group, like everybody says that it's the best to invest. Our grandparents, grandparents talk about investing in land, and now youth is also understanding that it's the best to invest in lands. So thank you so much, Neera, for taking our time today and being part of this quickie chat show. And thanks to everyone who have been commenting. We will be replying to each and every comment. Though I couldn't take because we were understanding in detail from the lawyer Neera Sharma and of course the farmhouse owner with Ram Ratan Group. So I didn't want to stop her in terms of reading out the comments. But yes, we will be replying to each one of you. Thank you so much to our viewers for watching this show.
Thank you so much, Richa. It was lovely talking to you. And thank you so much, all the viewers who are watching our chat show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if I need to answer anything, please let me know. I will do that.
Sure. Surely.
Uh,
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.